Welcome back to Inside the Idaho Vandals. Women's soccer was at home for the first time this past weekend. What a wild game they finished off with on Sunday. Rick Clark has more about the home opening doubleheader.
First up for the Vandals would be the Eagles from Eastern Washington University. Friday's game would be the first of two over the weekend for the Vandals.
Oh, we had some good possession and we knocked the ball around well and we got the ball in behind them, but we just weren't ruthless enough in front of goal, and on the defensive side we just lacked that little bit of extra today.
The Vandals gave up 2 goals to the Eagles in the first 79 minutes of the match and struggled to get their offense started.
Well, in patches we played well, but when you give teams 2 goals and a 2-goal head start, your backs are against the wall and you're going to make hard work for yourself. And that's what happened. We gifted them 2 goals. And that means it's going to be hard work from there on. And once we got the goal back, well, then we had more energy, but it was too little too late.
In the 79th minute, junior midfielder Katie Barron scored to cut the lead to 1 with 11 minutes remaining. With that goal, the Vandals got the spark they needed and started playing more aggressively against the Eagles. They had many chances in the last 11 minutes, but couldn't capitalize in time and ended up losing the game 2-1.
Our biggest thing going into UNLV is just to stay positive and keep the energy high because, unfortunately, we haven't been the one to score first, and it seems like when we don't score first, our heads drop. So I think that's a huge thing for us, and along with communication. So
the Vandals, still looking for their first win of the season, came out strong against a competitive UNLV team. The Vandals battled from start to finish and played one of their best defensive games of the season. The game would remain scoreless through the first 90 minutes. In a double overtime thriller, the Vandals would lose, off a UNLV goal in the 109th minute of the contest for the 1-0 loss. Idaho returns to Guy Wicks Field to host Grand Canyon University on Sunday. For Inside the Vandals, I'm Rick Clark.
Thanks, Rick. While women's soccer was trying to get over that bitter disappointment of that overtime loss on Sunday, the Vandal women's volleyball team was winning the Bronco Invitational down in southern Idaho, and Debbie Buchanan picked up a milestone victory. Joey Jenkins has more on a very successful week for the Idaho women.
If a win over Boise State wasn't enough, head coach Debbie Buchanan notched her 200th career victory with a win over the Broncos on Thursday.
It doesn't matter if it was my first win in my career. I think it's such a big rival that, it means something. So, it was great. It's an honor. That 200 wins goes to everyone that has been a part of this program, though. From the players to the trainers to the assistant coaches. It's really been a team effort.
The Vandals went on to beat Sacramento State and North Texas to finish their sweep over the weekend. Sophomore setter Meredith Koba took home tournament MVP honors, while Alyssa Schultz and Caitlin Peterson were selected to the all-tournament team. Coach Buchanan will try to get her 200th and third win of her career as the Vandals take on Washington State in Pullman on Thursday night. For Inside the Vandals, this is Joey Jenkins.
Thanks, Joey. Big match for the Idaho women this week against Washington State. Time now for Campus Connection, where we take you inside the University of Idaho campus. Okay, now get this. What does paint, squirt guns, and a good cause have in common? Sonny Browning has more on that.
3, 2, 1, go!
Moscow was painted with color for the second annual Colors of Hope 5K run on Saturday. Debbie Dawkins and Becky Chavez started the Light a Candle program in honor of family members stricken with cancer.
What's really neat is that some of the people that ran the race today are either battling cancer or know someone like us that has lost their battle or is battling now, and so they all come for a variety of reasons, but they also have a good time once they get here, and that's the main thing.
Yeah, just run it out, girls. Woo!
Families and friends came from all over the Palouse to show their support for loved ones dealing with cancer.
My aunt died on 9/12 of cancer. And I had an uncle that died 2 weeks ago of cancer. So we're running for them.
I ran today. My mom is currently fighting stage 3 adenocarcinoma lung cancer, and it's spread to her lymph nodes. So I'm just coming here to support her and just show my love for my mom and just run through it and support the rest of the community too.
Participants of all ages jogged along Paradise Path, including students from Washington State and the University of Idaho. Our own Vandal insider, Lauren Sanders, fueled her run with the idea of hope.
For me personally, I ran for my papa who passed away in April from lung cancer. He lived with the disease for 4 years. And the main ingredient for him living so long was because of hope.
100% of the proceeds from the event will go right back into the hands of patients fighting cancer here in Latah County.
We decided that if we were going to do events and raise money, that it had to be something fun that people would want to come to, and oh, by the way, it would also raise money for people with cancer. So the Fun Run and our annual Bunko Night are the two events that we've done so far.
While the colors may fade, the participants will never forget the friends and loved ones that continue the fight. For Inside the Vandals, I'm Sunny Browning.
Thanks, Sonny. Well, that's going to do it for this week's Inside the Idaho Vandals. When we come back next week, a closer look at that Idaho-Washington State rivalry game, and the Vandals will be right back home here hosting Temple. We'll preview that matchup. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week for Inside the Idaho Vandals.